I am live. Everybody hear me out there? I am live. I am live. Oh boy, am I ever. But I hope that my words will be heard. For after all, I'm just a toothless, crazy old man. I'm calling you out, Antoine Lavoisier, aka Complex Games Apologist. I'm calling you out for that discussion video that you posted yesterday. And you know what? I fully agree with you, Antoine. I thought it was a terrific piece. Um, just tremendous. And you did a very, very, very good job really highlighting the problems that I had writing modules for that timeline. Because the truth is, I love Twilight 2000. I always have. But that timeline was a little hard in parts to work with, not only as a game master, but also as a module writer. I wound up having to backfill a lot of things, as it were, and doing this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh boy, still very proud of the Black Madonna. And by the way, I would be interested to hear your opinion of it, your take on it. It was a product of its times. I would also like to say that I kind of wish you'd have gotten a little bit into the second edition Twilight 2.0 or 2.2, that background, because it started in 1991 with they finally woke up and started doing it as an alternate history. Let me just say that. They decided to go with it as an alternate history. Good idea. And it started in 91 with the coup in the attempted coup against Gorbachev succeeding. Had a KGB alpha team that actually went in there and took him out. It was probably led by a young KGB officer named Vladimir Putin. Wonder whatever happened to him. As for the rest of it, it does make it a bit easier to unfold, but, you know, still, um, what I liked and what I put into the Black Madonna is I wanted a richness of detail. I wanted a quote villain unquote, i.e., Colonel Julian Filipowicz, the Markgraf of Silesia, that was a character, not just some cardboard puppet. That you could understand what he was doing, but whether or not you agreed with it or how you wanted to interact with it, who knows? I, for one, and if anybody out there is actually watching this, I do have the chat up. So, if you want to say, hey, and let me know if my microphone's on, otherwise I'm going to feel really stupid. Um, but the truth is, uh, that's what I created. I wanted an adventure. I wanted almost an Indiana Jones style adventure. And I wish that I had access then to what I've access to now in terms of background information about Czestochowa, Debrecen, Opole, all those places. Because back then, you know, hey, look, I found a reference in a CIA country book. That was about the size. But now, hell, I can go take a virtual walking tour of Czestochowa. The monastery's got its own website. You know, the amount of information out there is much, much more prevalent and is extremely helpful. It was interesting. It was interesting. Of course, I also wrote the RDF source book. I wrote King's Ransom. Um, I did several of the vehicle guides, which also had order of battle information in them. For the book, NATO Vehicle Guide, it had all that information in there. One of the sources I actually used was an SPI board game called British Army of the Rhine, which had one of the most thoroughly complete orders of battle in it for the British Army at that time. So, yeah. But back to your video, Antoine. And I really like those ideas of yours. I think they're pretty cool. Um, and I think you did an outstanding job. And I'll tell any and everybody that wants to know. Yeah, my friend, good on you. You did a great job. Congratulations, you young whippersnapper. Now get off my lawn. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah.